Welcome to this video on OAuth 2.0. OAuth, which stands for Open Authorization, is a security protocol that allows for secure access to resources on behalf of a user without having to share their credentials with the application that is requesting access. OAuth 2.0 is the latest version of OAuth protocol, and it has become the industry standard for securing API access for web and mobile applications. In this video, we'll be exploring the fundamentals of OAuth 2.0 and how to work around it to authenticate users and secure access to resources. First of all, we'll dive into the process of OAuth authentication. Number one, the client application requests access to a user's resource. Then, the resource owner, who is the identity that owns or controls access to the user's resources, prompts the user to authorize the request. In this case, this might be Facebook, GitHub, Twitter. When you see all those buttons, sign in with Facebook, sign in with Twitter, sign in with GitHub. Then the third process, if the user grants authorization, the resource owner generates an access token, which is a string of characters that serves as proof of the user's authorization to access their resources. Then the fourth step would be where the resource owner then provides the access token to the client application. Mind you, resource owner in this context are parties like Facebook, Twitter, and such. Then the fifth and final step, the client application, which is the auth app we're building, can now have access to the token that is being provided by the resource owner in order to be able to access the user's resources, which are verified email and ID. There are important players in the OAuth 2.0 authentication process. These are, number one is the user, which is the individual who owns the resource being accessed. User, which is me and you in this case. The second player is the resource owner, the entity that controls access to the resources being accessed, such as a social media platform, just like Facebook, Twitter, GitHub, or LinkedIn. Then the third player would then be the client application. This client application requesting access to the resources on behalf of the user, which is the app we're developing. In this context, the auth app. Then the fourth player will be the authorization server, the server that authenticates the user and issues access token. This server is linked with the resource owner. Then the fifth one will be resource server, the server that hosts the user's resources and responds to requests from the client application. This then will be our own server. Our server will be our backend folder directory, and our app handles some certain authentication too once we get feedback from the resource owner. It is important to note that the access token is the key to accessing the user's resource in the OAuth 2.0 protocol. Therefore, it's crucial to keep access tokens secure and handle them with care to ensure the privacy and security of the user's data. Overall, OAuth 2.0 is a powerful and secure protocol that allows users to share their resources while maintaining control over their data.